Okay, you're now live.
Good morning.
I'm like, are we switching places?
I'm a
Are we
second.
doing things?
No, I was turning that down just a little
She
bit.
was having some issues with that
That's
earlier. That's all.
overmodulated.
What is going on? Why is it quiet? Am I not hearing anything? There it is. It's acting a little funny today.
It's that Mercury in retrograde, like Anita said.
Okay, you're now live.
Is that your phone?
Yeah.
Hi, Dad. Morning, Jennifer.
Hi, Ice.
And Jacob. Bob. Morning, Jared.
Hi, Nell.
Hi, Nell. Congratulations to your daughter.
Yes. Was that you, Anita? I was like, what is it?
What'd she say?
I could hear her phone, and I
Oh.
was like, hearing voices because I have the one
And
in.
were they our voices?
Yeah.
They're saying, okay, you're live.
Yeah. It's like, whoa. Morning, J Worm. Come on, wake up. Wake up. Maybe. Not.
Oh, is this unplugged from there?
No,
Okay.
you're good.
Oh, is this the magic box?
That's the magic
Okay.
box. It's one of the magic boxes. Ready?
Yep. Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
We are here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com if you'd like to stream the show, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed. We already see several happy faces on there this morning.
We sure do. So we want to say good morning to all of you currently watching on Facebook Live. If you do not follow us on Facebook Live, we encourage you to do so. It's a way to get a behind the scenes of what goes on when Z93, Outlaw Country, and MonsterMediaYuma.com all go to commercial break. Jennifer and I stay live the entire hour. Plus, it gives you a way to interact with the show if you're on Facebook Live. We want to say good morning to Carla. Your dad Ace is watching. J Worm Nell is watching. Jennifer Espinosa. Those are the only ones I can see so far.
There are several more, but if you would like to watch the show and get a little bit of the behind the scenes, all you need to do, either go to my personal page, this is Jennifer, and it's open to the public. It is my personal page though, but you can see all the posts on there. And if you click the follow button, you'll receive notifications when we are live, but we also share it on the Z93 and Outlaw Country combined Facebook page.
We do. The algorithms for Facebook are not necessarily our best friends, so we try to do what we can to make sure that you guys get the notifications that we're here this morning.
Now, one of the little sneak peeks that you would get for following the station, or myself, because I do post it on both pages, we are giving away Diamondback tickets. And those of you who follow us on social media had a little bit of a jump start this morning.
They did.
We are giving away a 4-pack of Diamondback tickets. They are playing the Rockies. These are for this coming Sunday's game, July 22nd. It's an afternoon game, so you can make it back in plenty of time to go to work. Tickets are valued at $32 each. Again, it's a 4-pack of baseline reserved seats. All you need to do is text the keyword DBACS, DBACKS, to the Monster message line by noon today. We will select a winner after noon and text that. Make sure you don't include any emojis or signatures that might be associated with your texting device.
Exactly.
I was scrolling back through, and someone, I think they tried to enter 20 times. And normally...
Only 20 times?
Well, they were not getting any bounce backs because they had a bunch of emojis and other strange things. So
Although we like them.
we try and pop in, so if we see someone is having an issue or something like that, then we can say, oh, hey, this is the correct way to do it, and then they'll automatically re-enter. So just make sure, just those simple DBA, CKS, 6 letters, that's all you need, and you should get the bounce back that tells you you're properly entered.
That's right, and this is going to be a great game. They are kind of our, they are really our competitors, the closest competitors lately. And last time we didn't do so well, but we have home field advantage,
Yes,
so
we do. And
we should be okay.
The air's not as thin.
Exactly.
So it'll be different. And Kathy said she's waiting for us to do the Dodger giveaways.
Never.
They played them several times at the beginning of the season, so you already missed that.
Yeah, you did. And
Sorry.
did I see you? You brought somebody over. Did you switch somebody? I saw somebody wearing a specific D-back shirt this weekend. I didn't get a chance to comment on the picture, but I am going to go back.
Oh, her mother commented. Destiny was helping us out at our live broadcast at ERA on Saturday, and she wore one of the season's Diamondback shirts, and her mom was aghast.
I'm surprised. I'm not going to lie. I saw the picture and I was like, "What is going on here?" Because she is a Dodger fan.
She'll go for the D-backs when they're not playing the Dodgers.
Okay,
that's like the recent series with the Diamondbacks and the Braves. Because my husband is a Braves fan, and if they don't play one another, he'll root for the D-backs. You know, home state, home team kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we are going to a game in September, so I'm going to have to make him sit somewhere else. So he can root for blue and we can root for red.
It happens. You know, it's always fun to have that back and forth when you have another team's. And usually, especially at the stadium, usually if you have other teams sitting next to you, it's not too bad. You know, it makes the game fun. You know,
does.
It really
The banter.
does. The banter back and forth makes it a lot of fun. So I think you'll be okay.
It does. That's why my mom and my great aunt Willie were just the best of friends, but they did not agree on baseball. Because Mom was a Braves fan before the Diamondbacks ever came to Arizona, and Aunt Willie was a Dodger fan. She lived in Southern California.
Yeah.
And the rivalry, it was thick. It was thick.
Yeah.
And it was really one of the few times I heard either of them cuss because they were so passionate about their baseball.
How funny.
They weren't football fans, but it was baseball.
Yeah.
And that kind of brings out, some different characteristics in people.
I think it does. Sports in general. We have two different teams in our household when it comes to football. My son, although we raised him to be a 49er fan, he chose when he was old enough to choose his team, he chose the Cardinals. And so we've gone to a 49er Cardinal game. And of course, when you're in Phoenix and you're in a sea of Cardinal fans, the banter back and forth, and to watch them embrace Eli because he is the Cardinal fan. He was turning around. They were high-fiving him. It was the cutest thing to see. So, I mean, it's fun to have that kind of stuff.
It is, as long as we keep it good-natured.
Well, yes, definitely.
And people are very passionate.
They are.
Speaking of sports, France won the World Cup. They beat Croatia.
I saw that. I
Wow,
caught the
so
end of
surprising.
it. I caught the end of it. I was in San Diego this weekend, and it was funny because when we got up there, like 8 o'clock we were looking at this little cafe to go have breakfast with my cousin Lisa, and she's like, "Oh, the game started at 8, so we should be good. Like everybody should be at the different sports bars and things watching them." And walking down the road, you could see all of the people in the different sports bars and things, and the TVs were loud. You could hear them as you're walking by and things. It was really awesome to see. I got back in enough time to catch the very, very end of it. I was surprised.
The only World Cup action I saw this year was Jace and his buddy Joel. Joel had been over, and I turned the TV on, and it was on some Spanish channel.
So you caught a little bit of it?
I go, why is it on this channel? It was just strange.
Uh-huh.
We didn't have a power outage, and I go, were you guys trying to watch the World Cup? And they're like, yeah, guilty.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I watched a few games. They were on at weird times, so I wasn't going to get up in the middle of the night to watch any games or anything like that. But I did catch a few during the day.
And you played soccer.
I did. I played soccer all through high school, end of junior high and all the way through high school. So I enjoy it. And Eli loves soccer, and he's beginning to find the players that he likes and the teams that he likes. So we sat down, and it can be, I know people can think it's kind of boring, but the theatrics of it is hilarious. It's so funny because we were watching it yesterday, and Carmen, my little cousin Carmen, made the comment. She goes, "Why are they such wussies?" And it is. It's like these are grown men, but it's all part of the game. It's all part of the game, and it was very exciting. It was definitely, like I said, I was surprised that France pulled it out. I thought Croatia was going to win, but
well,
hey, they did a good job.
You know, the action that I found pretty exciting over the weekend, we had some of our student athletes here from the Yuma community,
I saw
including
that.
San Pasquale. They were up in Fargo, North Dakota for the USA Wrestling Nationals. And we are so well represented from our area. We had an outstanding year, even for the competitive side of high school sports this year with our wrestlers. And having been, you know, mom of a high school wrestler, you know,
Yeah.
I'm kind of passionate about that too. Nick Steele will be an All-American at cadets in the 152 weight category. Aaron Gandara is currently 3-1 in the junior 152 weight class. And Carlos Urias went 2-2 in junior at 152 also. And Victor Chavez, Isaiah Alonso, they wrestled tough, but they fell to place. And Caro Moreno, or Carol, I'm not sure how to say her name. She is from Copa High School. She finished her competition, and she finished with All-American honors.
That is awesome.
She was up on the podium. I believe she came in 7th. I don't exactly remember. I had a lot of numbers in front of me.
Yeah, you did.
But very, very remarkable. And Aaron will continue to wrestle today for a chance at another All-American honor. The Greco portion of National starts on Thursday, and this is coming from Andres Gandara. That's Aaron's dad. They've been very involved in both him and Andy. Andy was also a standout wrestler for Cibola. He is there, and he's providing information.
So they're going to continue to compete.
Aaron will continue because he does both the freestyle and the Greco.
Awesome.
But, you know, way to go. The phenomenal
Yes.
results coming from Yuma. We do have an outstanding wrestling program.
We have some awesome kids definitely out there representing Yuma, so we want to keep them in their prayers and cheer them on from home.
That's right. And, you know, we have to include Nicholas.
Yes.
Still from San Pasquale
Yes.
over in Winter Haven, because he's done phenomenal both at, you know, at the state level competing and then here moving on to that national level. So great job, guys.
Not an easy feat.
My house is suddenly a little bit quieter.
Is it?
It is. I went from, you know, we're a small family. There's 3 of us and a cat.
And a cat.
And we had one extra full-time resident over the last week. One of my son's college buddies came down. Deshaun was here for the week, and he's taller than my son.
Oh, that's
So my son
crazy.
is 6'1". I think Deshaun's about 6'3" or so.
Was he around Jeff's height?
Yeah, I think he might be as tall as my husband.
Wow.
Maybe a little bit taller. But it's weird, just having one extra person kind of changes the dynamic of things too.
Well, yeah, because you know, you're like Kevin and I. We are a small little family, which I love having. I love my little family, you know. But when you have visitors in for a few days and things like that, especially another one that's the same age as your son, it's got to be a little different.
It threw the cat's routine into a little bit of a ruckus. And I just think, and he spent a week with us last summer too, and so she was familiar with him, but not on a regular enough basis.
Yeah.
She was still a little bit leery.
Maybe they should start FaceTiming.
Yeah. Would you like to FaceTime my cat?
Maybe that way she's not so thrown.
Put her at ease a little bit.
Just a little bit. If you want to stay at my house, you're gonna have to FaceTime my cat like once a week so she gets used to you.
Well, then, you know, Destiny would be over. So it was they did different things. They went to a water park. They went bowling, and
that's so much fun, though.
they were showing him the different landmarks, and he was out at the live broadcast with us for a little bit on Saturday. He'd never been to a radio station, so I brought him down
he
here.
was curious about the workings of the radio station,
Yeah.
so he got firsthand.
Of course, I hope he doesn't go back to Tempe and think chickens are a standard, you know, part of all radio stations.
Hey, they're our station pets.
They are.
Whether we want them here or not.
Every broadcast entity has something unique about them, aside from the talent and the format and everything you hear. So that's, you know, before it was our ghosts, now it's our chickens. What if there's a ghost chicken?
Maybe that's not the
Mind blown.
velociraptor that we're hearing, and it's not the little chicken outside.
All right. Not only are we doing our Diamondback ticket giveaway, again, just text the keyword DBACS,
Yes.
DBACKS, to 928-343-0993. We're going to give you another chance here to win a $50 Lotus Day Spa and Salon gift certificate.
I'm
Just
excited to get
share
over
our
there.
live feed.
Ooh, that's easy.
You have it
super
You have
easy.
until noon. You don't. You might be driving now. You might be at work. You're not able to. But when you get a break, pop out. Once our show is over, then you can view the whole thing.
Yeah.
But when you have an opportunity, pop and just click that share button. You might be letting your friends know about some information that would be of interest to them.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, today our guest will be Sylvia Magnuson, and she's going to be talking about World Breastfeeding. It's a week.
Yeah.
They have a week coming up, the first week in August, and she's going to be talking talking about that and their platform and the benefits of breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And then we also have some more giveaways coming up this hour, in addition to the Lotus. So share that. We'll pick one winner at random, and they provide. People say, well, I've never had a massage. They have a lot of other services, so check it out.
They do. They have a lot of other services. It is a full spa. You can get your pedicures, you can get your manicures, and same goes for the men. I know that they do facials, and like you said, the massage. I think that's the one I'm going to take advantage of. I know Anita wants to go get a pedicure, but I'm gonna get down there and get scheduled to get a massage done and see how works.
Sally Rodriguez is watching us on Facebook Live right now, and she is Benny's mom. We talk about Benny all the time. He's an amazing young man. Benny is still up in Phoenix, and apparently Sylvia, our guest today, stopped by and visited Benny this weekend.
Oh, fantastic. Maybe she can give us a little update. I know you had posted an update with a picture.
He looks so good.
He does.
Looks fantastic. It's so nice to see him recovering, and his recovery is starting to speed up a little bit, because each time I see Sally post a picture, or you share Sally's picture that she's posted, he is looking better and better every day. So
he is. I think he's 17 now. So
oh my goodness.
And she said he is having a test. So while they're waiting on that, they're listening to the show. So
that's awesome.
Good morning, Sally and
morning.
Benny. We can't wait for both of you to get back home. We do miss you guys here in the Yuma community.
Do.
All right, today is National Corn Fritters Day.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
I don't know that I've ever had them. Anita?
We look at Anita because
Pull the mic up. She's more well-traveled than we
she
are.
is very well traveled.
One of the things that we would see at the Indiana State Fair would be corn fritters. It's
So
not
this must be an
uncommon.
East Coast thing.
I don't know. I can't say where where it derives from, but it is something that I'm familiar with, and it's kind of reminiscent of the outside of the corn dog.
Okay.
But it's just fried and usually served with honey and.
So just the batter.
Oh, and with I bet that's good. Just like a breaded treat then?
Exactly.
Fried breaded treat?
Exactly.
You can't
but
go
it is
wrong.
fried.
Ooh, okay. I'm
See?
down. I'll
So
try it.
Indiana State Fair. Go get your.
Alrighty. Well, today it's also National Personal Chef's Day.
Oh,
We have
okay.
Janice.
We have Janice. I know my bestie. Her husband is an awesome chef. He's not my personal chef, but he's cooked for us many times, and it's delicious.
Well, it is also National Get Out of the Doghouse Day.
Oh, okay.
And people, I was listening to something earlier, and they were talking about ways for the guys to get out of the doghouse, but sometimes we end up in the doghouse too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know that I know that there is times where we could probably do something that has definitely not often, but we could do things that might warrant us to be in the doghouse. But yeah, it's funny because you know
Credit
what?
cards and shopping come to mind.
And what was that?
Credit cards and shopping come to mind.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you know, everybody has their challenges. But you know what? I think every day should be that, because if you guys are going through a challenge, it's something you should talk about, get it over. Sometimes it may take an hour or two to get that space between you to grab your thoughts and redo it again. But I mean, it's just a matter of communication.
It is. Lydia is with Funny Faces, and she said it's the last week for the school lunch program, for the summer food program, and she will be at O.C. Johnson today.
That's right. Go get your face painting while you have some lunch.
All right, let's go ahead and take a break here on Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, Monster Media, Yuma.com, and of course the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed. We'll be back after this. The show was brought to you by Classic Accounting. Dave and his crew have over 30 years of experience and knowledge. And when you're looking to have someone do your business payroll and monthly bookkeeping needs, Classic Accounting should be your go-to. Give them a call today at 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports, hopefully you all were able to clear out those pantries this weekend for the Aim to Fight Hunger. But why don't you go down and check them out? They have, they are the largest distributors. Why can't I say that word lately? Of ammunition in Yuma. Get your Federal, Remington, and Winchester. They also specialize in bird control ammo for agricultural related purposes. You can find them on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And if your air system has to work harder due to a clogged filter, that could lead to premature wearing down of different components of your AC unit. Don't forget to regularly swap your air filters. That's quick refrigeration. Visit getcoolquick.com.
and Yuma's Best, Advocate Pest and Wildlife Specialists. They are locally owned and have been providing pest control services in the Yuma area for over 20 years. They are licensed with the Arizona Game and Fish Department for safe, humane wildlife relocation. So with this warmer temperatures, if you're starting to see some reptiles or whatnot, just give Advocate a call today at 928-343-9149.
It's Today in Yuma. We'll be back after the break.
I don't know that she's here yet.
I heard the door.
It was Janet. Oh, here she is.
Okay.
Janice had opened the door.
She said, I'll be there by 9:15. She was coming over from work, so. Hello, lady. Come on in. Oh, perfect. You will be on Facebook Live right as you walk
Come on
in. So
in.
say hello.
Good morning.
Say hi.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Perfect. All right. Sylvia, and I'm sorry, what's your name?
Katie.
How do you spell it?
Katie.
And your last name, Katie?
Holman, Holman.
Alrighty. And we'll just have you each pull the microphone close.
Grab them
up
right
close.
here. Pull them right on up to your mouth right there. Perfect. Are you nervous? Don't be nervous. I can tell.
Please, it's okay.
We did this last year.
Yes, that's right. And you did a great job.
You'll be just fine.
Was I gone last year?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you were gone. But you got me right away, and I was like, do this. You said, can you come tomorrow? Yeah.
No pressure. It's not something you have to psych yourself up for. You know your info.
Yes.
And we're not trying to stump you or anything, so you'll be fine.
Yes. Yes.
And thank you again. Thank you.
Hey, no
Appreciate it.
problem. There's 4 of them in there.
Oh, appreciate them. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
We have about a minute and a half.
We're listening to you on the way in.
Myra says, Katie and Sylvia, you got this.
She's watching on Facebook Live.
At
You
the
have a
office.
support system.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Our husbands are the ones that give us the hardest time.
I know.
They make fun of you or
So
what?
you know, little stuff that, husbands do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Men
The
in
nice
general.
thing is you're on the radio, so you can kind of throw them under the bus if you want to. We kind of tend to
We
do
have
that
our
a little bit here. I do it sometimes without realizing
Sometimes we don't even know what we're doing.
it. No. We're talking about a situation, and then he's like, oh my gosh, why did you say that? And he'll get guys coming up to him and talking about things.
And I'll get it when she's throwing her husband under the bus. The city workers will come and talk to my husband as if it were me throwing him under the bus.
Was doing it.
Wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Yeah, so we'll get those Coca-Cola workers out there too.
Right?
Yeah, and it's funny. I'm like, I wasn't being mean. Like I wasn't embarrassing
We
you.
were
I don't
using an
think.
example about something.
It's just funny how
That's what you get for being married to a radio personality.
and if you have a complex about it, then
Better get over it.
yeah, it's like our husbands are married to lactation consultants. So, it's all about the breast. And it's just like this. At first it wasn't comfortable, and then now it's like everybody has to breastfeed, It's like
They get on board, huh?
they see a pregnant woman, I talk to my wife.
All right, we ready?
yep.
I'm gonna have the flyer.
Is that okay? This is the local schedule.
The flyer, yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are live in the studio with Sylvia Magnuson and Katie Holman. Thank you so much for coming in, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Now, we are here to talk about Breastfeeding Foundation of Life and the World Breastfeeding Week, which is coming up very soon.
Yes, it's actually going to be here on Thursday, July 19th.
Oh, okay.
We're having the event. Actually, World Breastfeeding Week is actually celebrated internationally August 1st through the 7th.
Okay.
But since Yuma is really busy at that time, we decided we're going to do a kickoff event so that we could celebrate these moms on July 19th. We're having the event at the health department in the auditorium, and we're taking actually part of the whole, as much as we can. We're having a lot of
vendors or
Vendors,
representatives,
different organizations, so that these moms can have can come in and know what their options are, who the lactation consultants are at the YMC, all the other organizations that they can go for help. There's going to be so many different organizations, even for moms, and like we're going to have the gym. We're going to have for special needs children, for infant massage. We're going a demonstration actually of infant massage.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Well, I think this would be a great event. I know I only have one child, and I know that I had always told myself I wanted to breastfeed my child, and it's very intimidating. It's very intimidating as being a first-time mom, or even there's mothers out there that may have a few children and never actually decided to nurse their child. So it could be kind of challenging and a little bit intimidating, but to have these lactation consultants is really helpful. Because you're a new mother, you're kind of scatterbrained. Am I doing this properly? And you have somebody there that kind of help you through it. And then you usually run into some challenges sometimes. Our bodies are awesome, but there's some things that might arise. But to have that person that you can go to and kind of ask those questions that you're kind of maybe afraid to ask, is really awesome.
What's interesting too is when it comes to the realm of breastfeeding, it's another area that I think is almost kind of portrayed incorrectly in the media, or movies and TV, because you have the people with this brand new baby that automatically latches on, and that's not always the case.
No.
Correct.
I remember when my son was born, they did have a lactation consultant or someone was making rounds, and they said, well, we can have you speak to them. Thinking, well, how hard is this? There's a football hold and it just works. No,
not all the time.
No, and
Not all the time.
if you
That's true.
didn't read the books and you didn't have someone to talk to and explain, your milk doesn't always come in right away. There's several different factors, and you're just sometimes caught off guard, and then you feel maybe inept at it or inadequate. Oh, everyone else seems to get this. Why am I not? That's where there's some of the challenges that come into play.
That's really, really true, because breastfeeding it's an art, and it takes time, and it takes lots of patience, and it takes lots of practice, and we need lots of support. Support is number one, and sometimes you need a breast friend out there, someone to help you, to guide you, and sometimes we just need someone to say we're doing a good job and know what exactly to expect. And each case is different, as you all know.
It is, but you know what? It's also okay to talk about your breast and breastfeeding.
Yes.
And I know society is changing a lot, and I've seen several people that are inviting me to sign this petition to allow Instagram to show breastfeeding tutorials or other videos, and people get mad when their photos get blocked or Facebook removes them because it's considered offensive. And we're this world, we're in such an interesting time right now. I really think that's the case. But different events like this to provide educational outreach, to give people a little more insight into the fact that we're just nourishing our children.
Yes, and this is the way to feed your babies. It's the
most natural
natural way to feed your babies. And we tell moms, our job is to help you reach your goal. For you to set it, you're the mommy. Tell us what to do, and we will help you meet that goal, that breastfeeding goal.
Well, I like that you brought up that you're having, like things like gyms there and things like that are going to help the mom relax, because a lot of times, you are your child's source of nutrition. Yes. So you're waking up every 2 hours, every 3 hours, getting up in the middle of the night, because, my husband was like, I really can't do anything for him at this moment. And I understand, but it takes a lot. So to take that time, even if it is 30 minutes to an hour, while you just put the baby down and run to the gym, just taking that time to yourself can be really helpful in your relaxation and your stress management, so you can continue to do that for you.
And we're not here to generate or create shame on either side of the breastfeeding issue, because there are some people who simply cannot. There's some who choose not to, and I'm not going to judge you.
No.
My son was born 3 weeks early, and I breastfed for about 3 weeks once he was born. At 4 days old, he went back into the NICU with a severe case of jaundice.
Okay.
So and the day he went into the hospital is when my milk came in. And that was, oh my goodness, what is this? But so I was having to pump. I was having to pump at the hospital. And there were different challenges. So he was being bottle fed by the NICU nurses too. He was only there a couple days. We were very blessed that, it's because he was born a little bit early. Things weren't quite where they needed to be. But we got him back up and healthy and, the right color.
Yeah.
Yes.
He just needed to feed him more.
He needed a little light and a few other things in there.
Yes, and when they're 3 weeks a little bit early, that's a real common thing that happens.
Yes, but even the pediatricians would say having even done it for 3 weeks was so huge. It was such an immune system boost for the little guy.
I'm going to tell you something. This is the way we tell moms. Every drop counts. This is liquid gold. And if you can give your baby some breast milk, there's always a benefit for mom and for baby. There's tons and tons of benefits. If we knew the benefits, I think they'd be more likely to breastfeed more. It reduces the risk of respiratory, intestinal, ear infections. It reduces the risk of childhood cancers, diabetes. Babies that are breastfed have higher IQs. 7 to 8 points higher than other babies. And then the bonding, it's a lifetime there. And I tell moms, that skin to skin, that, when you put your baby skin to skin, it also helps the baby maintain its body temperature. It helps them maintain their sugars. It's just this amazing benefit. And I know Katie, she breastfed both babies and she did amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. It really is a really unique experience, and it really is just so special, and that's really why we're having this event, is really just to celebrate each mom's hard work, celebrate their goals, whether they wanted to breastfeed for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. That's what we're doing, is we're here just to celebrate those moms and the goals that they're reaching.
And everyone kind of feels the need to chime in with their own stories. The reason I wanted to do it longer, I wasn't producing enough milk. And there's a variety of different factors, again, that come into play. And each case is 100% unique. But sometimes people can take from experiences that other mothers have shared with them and say, okay, that is similar to mine. My mom had 4 children. Everything was fine with 3 of us. But my youngest brother was allergic to my mom's breast milk.
Weird.
It is strange. It's like, you came out of her. How's that possible? Right? But again, we're in these times now too, where everyone likes to share their opinion. Amber said that Victoria's Secret ads show more breast than she ever did breastfeeding.
Right. It's very true.
And some people think that women are going to be out at these public locations and just doing everything right there in the open. Most of the moms that I know have the covers. They're respectful anyway. But I love the argument about, well, you should feed your child in the bathroom. Do you eat in the bathroom?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. I remember someone told me, my daughter was nursing, she says, why is she feeding here? I said, she can go in the bathroom. I said, you go ahead and grab your plate and go in the plate.
Exactly. You go in there and eat and see how you like it.
The thing is, now there's a law. To protect these moms, and I know it's so sad that we have to create a law, but there is a law to protect these moms, and Yuma has become so breastfeeding friendly. All like the Walmarts, Targets, Dillard's has a breastfeeding room.
Yes.
Walmart, they tell you can have if you want to sit down in the dressing room, you go ahead. Everywhere we've been, because you work in this field, you want to go. So where can I breastfeed? I tell my daughter, ask them.
Yeah, just
ask them. And there's, you can breastfeed wherever you choose. Or even a lady, we were at one of the stores and she brought a chair for her and told her, go ahead and sit down and breastfeed. So it was just, Yuma has become more and more breastfeeding friendly. The libraries have great rooms. It's just fabulous.
Well, you still have your individuals in any community, regardless, that are going to say, oh, it's sexualized. Well, it's the first way of how we feed our children. It's about perception too, because I've been at establishments in Maricopa County. I think one was a mall, and one of the women, most they tend to be more discreet because they don't want to be seen. She had everything out there right in front. So
sometimes they do it just to make a point.
They do, but when you have a 15-year-old boy with you, it's like, oh, okay, they're doing their thing. How's that not going to get their attention? So, but what we need to do is kind of, change gears for people
stop
out
making
there.
it taboo and start making it.
Make it, it's something natural and happens every day.
Right.
I have a 22-year-old grandson and a 19-year-old grandson, and they think they've grown up with breastfeeding, and it's like, hurry up, mom, feed the baby, hurry up, mom, you know. And it's like, now I said, when you see a mom breastfeeding, you just tell her, good job.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It must have been my youngest sister because, again, my mom couldn't breastfeed my little brother, and my sister's a year, almost 2 years younger than him. Someone came to the door and they said, "Hi, can we talk to your mom?" I said, "We can't. She's milking the baby." and see there, so it was always something that was discussed or just done in my house as long as I can remember too.
yes, and see, those are the things that affect the decisions that we make. If that's a normal thing for us, we come from a breastfeeding family, that's something that we just do. There's no other way.
There's no other way.
There's no other way.
And a lot of workplaces too are just willing and open. They have, not only do they have locations at their facilities where you can kick back so you're not in the bathroom pumping, but also a way where you can store it safely too and make sure that everything is kept at the temperature it needs to be.
I'm just very, very proud. We work out at the health district, and our breastfeeding room is a year old now. We have created, it looks like a little living room. It actually has a rocking chair, it has a refrigerator, it has a sink, it has everything they need to be comfortable nursing. So that's their lactation room for the employees. It's just really, they gave us this option, said, you take care of it. We painted it, we made it, you know, it's just nice and comfortable.
Well, that's great. Well, this event is coming up this Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it's located at the auditorium. You guys are right down the street here from us at 2200 West 28th Street, and it's really easy to find. There's the light at the intersection there, and just head either east or turn left, depending. Well,
turn left.
Yeah, east. But it might be right if you're coming the other direction.
Yeah.
So, but again, they will have snacks and contests, fun activities. If you have any questions, they will have the lactation consultants on hand. And again, remember, it's not a one-size-fits-all. I really don't know that there's anything you're doing quite wrong, but some of the things can probably be changed a little bit. And some babies just don't latch on properly. There's things that you guys can enlighten them about. And plus having other moms there, again, the expertise that you can, or the stories you can garner from that experience alone is good.
Are you guys still looking for vendors?
No.
Oh, you were all full on vendors.
Yes.
Good. That's a good thing. That's a good
really,
thing.
we're full. We have the health district has provided, like, we have tobacco, we have Health Start, which is doing the infant massage. Who else do we have? We have
What is tobacco? Because you're not going to be smoking. But
no, they talk prevention.
Okay,
prevention,
gotcha.
and then they
All
give
right.
you about the programs that they have to help you quit if
Cessation
you do.
programs?
Yes, cessation programs.
Oh,
they talk
cool.
about. We're also having someone demonstrate Tai Chi. What else?
Anything to relax and
Anything
keep that
to relax.
stress left. Keep that stress
We're
down.
actually having RDs, which are registered dietitians, on Ask the RD, Ask the RN, which is a registered nurse, Ask the lactation consultant. We're having different organizations.
They're
come in.
all going to be there.
So they're going to be there for you. And if you need, like, one-on-one now, there's more than a few of us to help.
Plenty of resources in our
Plenty of
community.
resources.
All right. Well, great information, ladies. We do appreciate it. Now, just a reminder that World Breastfeeding Week is coming up the first week in August. And if you would like more details about that, you can go to their website at worldbreastfeedingweek.org. And they have the objectives are to inform, anchor, engage, and galvanize. So you can read all about that, see what they have in store this year.
Yes.
All right. Our guests today, Sylvia and Katie, thank you so much for coming in today. It's time to take our Lotus Day Spa and Salon selfie out in the courtyard. We'll be back with more of the Today in Yuma show after the break. The show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. They have 30 years of experience and knowledge, and you can trust them with your business payroll and monthly bookkeeping needs. Give Dave and his crew a call today at 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports, visit their partner location, Truckmates, Yuma's home for 3M window tinting. Protect your car's interior and keep cooler while driving around this summer. You can find them on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And from repairs and maintenance to premium system installations, Corp Refrigeration brings you indoor comfort expertise that keeps you comfortable and productive no matter the weather. Quick Refrigeration, you can find them online at getcoolquick.com.
And Advocate Pest and Wildlife Specialist. Got termites? Never accept a positive termite report without proper evidence. An honest company with integrity would encourage a second opinion and proudly stand by their word. Honest and integrity in everything they do, guaranteed. That's Advocate Pest and Wildlife Specialist.
We'll be back with Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed after the break.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for making it so comfortable.
You are very welcome.
Thank you. Sure thing. Sitting.
Yeah, we have to
Gotta take a selfie.
Come on over here.
I want to get her in the front. All right, right here. Katie, there we go. Smile. Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Take care, ladies. But not must, even though that door's open, it must not be as humid right now
No, I agree.
because it's comfortable.
Here's their number, 723-4370. That's 723-4370. Or
Oh my
check them
goodness,
out
lots of
online at
birthdays.
mysextinggroup.com.
Lots of birthdays.
That's mysextinggroup.com. Let's face it, nobody
And
likes
for-
paying taxes, but you
what's
do
Rainey's
want an experienced team to make sure they're filed
that his wife,
correct.
Barbara?
Classic accounting has been
I saw she commented on your post, so I added it.
years of tax knowledge, which
And I
means
think
you
they're
can
back.
trust
He
them
should be
with
listening. If not,
business
she'll
payroll,
show him on
but legal
Facebook
keeping
Live.
needs and individual tax returns.
I have a video, or not video, I have some pictures I'm going to post today of him and another family friend. It was Barbara. No, not Barbara. It was Marina and another family
Hi,
friend.
Lily.
And then
Morning,
Raymond.
Jen.
Marina was dancing with Raymond, and then there was another couple of family friends, and then they switched, and the ladies danced together, and the men started dancing together at Louis' wedding. And I have all the pictures from when Raymond was dancing with his friend. It was hilarious. I'm gonna post a message. Happy birthday.
Fun.
About 15 seconds-ish. Hi, Lily. Hi, Jen. Hi, Mark. I saw him pop up earlier.
Which Mark?
Okay, well. All right, we ready?
Yep.
Wow, that's loud.
Give Jennifer and Teresa a call at 782-432.
I heard it. All right, we ready?
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are here live on Z93 and Outlaw Country. And don't forget, you can always watch the show on our FTS Automotive Facebook live feed, even after the show. I know that the live can be misleading.
It can. But even after the show, if you have any questions, like we had Sylvia and Katie in here, and they were talking about a really important topic. And if you have any questions or comments, even later, if you're watching the show, go ahead and post them right on the live feed, and we will be able to we'll either answer the question for you, or we will get with Sylvia and Katie and get the answer to your question. And don't forget, if you are following us right now on Facebook Live or you're watching it later, hit that share button, because you could be entered to win a $50 Lotus Day Spa and Salon gift certificate.
That's right. And right now, though, we are going to open up the text lines because we have more tickets to the Craig Wayne Boyd concert coming up at the Civic Center on Saturday, July 28th. I'm excited.
I am.
We are going to interview him this Wednesday, so watch for info about that also. But all you need to do to enter is text the keyword WIN, WIN, to 928-343-0993. That's also by noon today. Noon is just kind of our staple time.
Yeah, it's easier for us to remember that time.
And for this, you can text as often as you like, but we do want to remind you, please text responsibly. No texting and driving. And if you'd like to see our complete contest rules for any of our contests, go to monstermediayuma.com and click on the contest page.
That's right.
You had a busy week, and you did a little I don't know if you were surfing, but there was sand involved.
No, there was definitely sand involved. We went to San Diego for the weekend with my cousin Lisa, who's frequently on Facebook Live, and my mom was there. Just a family getaway, just for the weekend, and we spent. We made the most out of these 24, 48 hours that we were there, because it was. We wanted to do as much as we could, and we got there Saturday, and it was overcast most of the day, and my cousin is very fair skinned. I know we talk about sunscreen here all the time, and even with the cloudiness, you forget that it's even worse usually. But we did a lot. We went walking around, and we went to Ocean Beach, down in that area for a while. Then we made it back up to where Balboa Park right there. It was a lot of fun. We had our Belmont Park, I'm sorry, and we had a blast, and we were able. It was funny because with the summer, even though you reapply, you're still getting sunburned. So I actually did very well, because my skin has been in the sun a few times this summer already, but poor Lisa's definitely feeling it. So
maybe she can try. I think I saw someone recommend to her the menthol shaving cream that's been going around everywhere.
I wouldn't be surprised if she tries it today. She's very fair. We're very fair skinned, and definitely was. We were reapplying, every 15, 20 minutes, and still it's the sun. You have to just be very careful with it.
That's right.
But we had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Well, we have our Firehouse Subs birthday shout outs to share with you, and Barbara just posted. Barbara, we have that on our list.
It's on our list, I promise.
We're going to do it right now. We hope he's listening or watching. Firehouse Public Safety Foundation saved lives through donation grants, and when you buy more subs, you help save more lives, because since the foundation started, they've granted over $35 million to provide equipment, training, and support to our hometown heroes. Birthdays today. Oh, we'll have to pick a winner. Let's pick a winner from last week.
Let's pick our last week's
Before we
winner
move
first.
on to this week's. All right, Anita, our WTF gal, is going to pick. I've shaken up all the entries of last week's birthdays.
Jessica Chavez.
Jessica Chavez, congratulations.
Congratulations. You are the winner of a Fury Medium sub, chips, dessert, and a drink from Firehouse Subs.
That's right. And if you would like to be entered, it can be your own birthday too. Just go to monstermediayuma.com, click on the Today in Yuma tab, and you will see the Firehouse Celebrate logo there. Fill out that little entry form at least 24 hours before the birthday happens,
Yes,
so we can
please.
get it on the show calendar.
That's right.
All right, today's birthdays. Krista Hooker is celebrating along with Victoria Islas. One of our favorites,
Definitely our favorite.
Sergeant Lori Franklin with the Yuma Police Department, is celebrating another whirl around the sun.
She is, and this next one, he is definitely a friend of the show. He calls in quite frequently and listens almost every single day. And we got a special birthday wish from his wife Barbara. We want to wish Raymond Gonzalez a happy 65th birthday from Barbara and all of us here at Today in Yuma.
That's right, and also celebrating today, C.J. Taylor, Shannon Murphy. Now, Shannon's with the Kid Credit Morning Show. But
She is.
Shannon's our friend on Facebook, too.
She is.
Good, happy birthday, Shannon. Also, Kyra Buckland, Nadine Mendoza, my cousin, since you have so many of them, Sally McBride is celebrating her birthday today. Darla Schofield is also celebrating, along with Chelsea Mesa, and Michael Olagi.
Well, happy birthday to all of you. This is a big birthday day.
Yes, sir. And Michael Olagi is Sandra from Advocate Pest, her son-in-law.
Oh, okay.
So
There we
I've
go.
known him since his high school days, and he's 25. So it's a long time, but not a long time.
Not a long time.
You know how that goes. Now, we didn't do any San Diego travels. Apparently, you did, and Amber did this weekend. She said they went to San Diego, and 6 out of 8 are burned.
It is. It's those UV rays. But it was funny because sitting on the beach, there's a little restaurant / like bar area right there where I like to go. I have to go have one of the margaritas there because I think they're probably the best margarita I've ever tasted. But you can sit right there on the boardwalk, and we were sitting there, and I probably, out of the 50 people, probably half of them were from Yuma. I think
Oh my
everybody.
goodness.
It was a busy weekend for San Diego and for humans. They're coming up to the last week before a lot of people might be getting ready to go to school. I know Carmen starts school in about a week from today, so a lot of people are getting ready to go back to school and they're taking advantage. But there was softball tournaments, there was OTL tournaments, there was, I know Pride was this weekend, so there was just a lot of traveling going on to San Diego. They definitely got a lot of Yuma's money this weekend, that's for sure.
Yes, they did. Well, yeah, who got some of my money was the theater because.
Did you go to the movies?
I went to a movie and it wasn't a matinee. I know. I went out after dark.
Well,
And it
did
was
you stay away?
on a Sunday.
Oh my goodness.
I know. My husband and I went and saw Ant-Man and Wasp last night.
How was it?
It was excellent. Really, really enjoyed it. I love Paul Rudd though. He's awesome. And it was a good movie. Lots of action, lots of chuckles, and it was good acting for sure.
You know me, I'm not a frequent moviegoer, so it has to be something that I really want to see. But I've been wanting to take Eli to see Transylvania 3. I've been watching. We like the Transylvania movies.
They're wonderful, and they
They're silly.
anticipated it was going to make that Transylvania, was it summer vacation or?
Yeah, summer vacation.
And
They
it
would
was-
go on a cruise of some
Yeah,
sort.
it was going to make about $45 million opening weekend.
Oh, wow.
That's the one where Adam Sandler plays Dracula.
That's right, and we've watched them all. In fact, I think we were watching one the other day. They come on TV, and Eli watches them all the time on Netflix. But it's definitely cute because they do have some adult humor in there, so it makes it a little interesting. But I think that might be one we get to take Eli to maybe this weekend or so.
You have to have that type of adult humor where to draw in the ones that are paying for it, because they're going to have to sit for at least an hour and a half.
Exactly.
So you have to have little things like that to kind of keep them on their toes.
I just go for the popcorn and maybe a nap or two.
I did have popcorn.
But no naps. I didn't take.
I didn't nap.
Usually, I try not to nap, but it happens.
Let me see. It started at 6:10. It was over.
Well, that is early,
it was
late for you.
Over by 8:30, and we were home probably about 9 or so. I don't know that I stayed up much later than that. I've been trying to tackle Laundry Mountain from when we were out of town for my nephew's wedding, because then we had extra people last week and just different things happening all the time. It's
And
busy.
you work Saturday.
It's a busy time of year. I work Saturday and had to recover the rest of the day just because it was a little warm.
Well, and that just goes to show, you were talking about that before we started the show, that, you hydrate, and you are very well, even though you do not like water, you do a very good job of keeping yourself hydrated, but it seemed like it's
the humidity,
It's the
that's
humidity.
really exacerbating things right now.
it seems like no matter what you do, like I was talking about the sunscreen, no matter how much we apply, it's just, you're going to get burned and you're going to get dehydrated. So keep yourself hydrated.
That's right. Let's take a quick break here on Today in Yuma. We'll be back with more after this on Z93 Outlaw Country Monster Media, Yuma.com. And don't forget, click share on that Facebook Live feed. Facebook Live is brought to you courtesy of FTS Automotive. We'll be back.
We haven't talked about our field trip either, and I saw Hannah's picture.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
And we pick at random. That was hilarious.
I
that was the one
know.
that was picked. Because Anita wasn't with us, so she didn't get to see Frankie the Gator.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll definitely talk about it. Victoria, we wish him happy birthday already. He's on our list today.
We did. Nell says we had a super humid week here last week. I thought you guys were supposed to be a dry heat. Well, you would probably consider it dry here.
Well, it's dry all but monsoon season.
Yeah.
So once about June 15 hits through the end of September, that's the official window for monsoon that the National Weather Service assigns. We can have periods of high humidity, which coupled with 110 degrees is not pleasant.
No, not at all.
Morning, Roberto.
Yeah, Saturday was really super humid, and it was funny. Oh, we found the best cake. So we had two birthdays, Danny's birthday and then my cousin Carmen's birthday. And my mom was like, if you can find somewhere to get a cake. So I was thinking just one of the grocery stores, we call it in and then go pick it up. So my cousin starts looking online on Friday night, and it was late. We were up late. And we found this place called Kona Bakery. It's in San Diego. And oh my goodness. These cakes online, we were like, oh my, because I was eating Leanne's cheesecake that she brought in, and Lisa's starting to talk about these cakes. She's like, oh, we have to go here. It's a bakery and Hawaiian style food and stuff. So I was like, okay, we'll go there. We get in there, and thinking it was a bakery, they would have like cakes available. They had little personal cakes, but like the bigger ones. She goes, well, usually you have to order them ahead of time. And I'm like, oh, we're from out of town. We see that it was a bakery. We've never been here. And she goes, well, what kind did you need? I was like, well, and she goes, like, do you need it today? And we're like, yeah, if we could. And she goes, well, if you pick from one of these two, I can get it done for you in like 30 minutes. And we're like, okay. And I guess we ended up we picked the caramel macadamia nut, and I guess that's one of the ones they're known for. and we had went next door to have an adult beverage because there was a brewery next door while we were waiting. And when we were done, I went and got the cake while she was paying for some stuff that she had gotten in the gift shop. And I took the cake in, and the man goes, "Is that from next door?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "That's going to ruin all cakes for you." He goes, "That's going to be the best cake you've ever had." And you know me, I don't like frosting. I like more of a whipped cream. And it was made with whipped cream because the inside with the caramel and stuff was so rich. It was the best cake I think I've ever had. I told my mom, "You need to go back there because they have little sized personal cakes there. They have like pineapple and passion fruit and all this." I go, "You gotta go try the rest of those. If we had this one," it was really good. I think Lisa and Carmen even ate another piece before we left yesterday because it was definitely worth it. It was so good. Kona Bakery. It's really easy to find too. Except if you follow the GPS, she's gonna take you to the back of the shopping center
Instead of the front.
instead of the front.
The Today in Yuma phone lines are open.
Mom and I would whenever we were at the different shops in Hawaii, we would go to the Kona coffee shops wherever we could find them.
Yeah, she was you could tell she was authentic. It was cool. All right, you ready?
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
Just a few more hours here, or a few more minutes here on the show today. Oops, it's gone by fast.
Yes, it has.
We didn't get around to talking about our special field trip last week down to the library for the last few days of the summer reading program.
We did. We made a trip to the library for the Wild Manfield Reptile Show.
That was on Wednesday, right?
I believe so, yes. It was on Wednesday. And it was a lot of fun.
He did such a good job. And
He did.
the critter guy from the previous year retired.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, he seemed to just be a little bit crotchety. So
It was his time. He was done.
It was his time. He still did a great job, but you know, when you're dealing with a room full, and there were a lot of younger kids too.
There was.
You know, kids aren't, depending on the ages too, they're not always going to sit perfectly still with their hands in their lap and raise their hands when they have questions.
Mm-hmm.
And Wild Manfield engaged with the crowd so well. He did a good job.
You know what? I liked that not only was he engaging to the kids, but he was engaging to the parents as well.
Just like those cartoons we go watch at the movies.
Exactly. He was hilarious. And he brought a lot of really cool reptiles.
He did.
He didn't bring you a snake.
No, well, he did bring a snake. It was a corn snake.
A corn snake. But
And-
that one, you didn't seem as scared.
No, because it was far away and it wasn't bigger than, me.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious because when I'm trekking through the east wetlands and west wetlands or various parts of the desert taking pictures of people, I never want to alarm them and say, "Ooh, watch out for snakes." So I have always joked, and sometimes I want to kind of talk over the kids' heads, and I'll say, "Keep an eye out for those legless lizards." I found out from Wild Manfield.
That's a real thing.
There's a legless lizard.
There is.
It doesn't have the forked tongue like snakes often do because that's how they smell too.
Uh-huh.
And it has eyelids, whereas snakes don't.
Yeah, and there was a couple other things that made him unique. You know, a snake usually will coil and kind of form to where your hand or your arm. This lizard definitely did not.
No.
Although it looked very similar. I could see it. If I seen it running across, I would say it was a snake.
Yep.
Well,
they don't
and
run.
they don't run, Slither. I just thought about that after I said that. But you know what I mean. If it was to
If it
cross,
had legs, it would run.
if it was to cross my path, I would say it was a snake. But it was actually really, really neat, and he was really squirrely. I was surprised. But he had, I think my favorite was definitely probably Stumpy.
Stumpy the tortoise. Stumpy is missing one front leg and half of the other.
Are you following him on Facebook?
Yes, of course. Stumpy has quite a bunch of followers, and whoever runs Stumpy's page, I don't know if it's Wild Manfield or his daughter. There's some pretty hilarious
Sense of humor.
commentary on there. It's sensitive humor, but it's really funny. And Stumpy has a wheel, and as he's grown, I think is he 14 now?
I don't remember. I want to say he said he was 14, and as he's grown, they've had to change the wheel depending on his size. Because not only does he have the wheel, he also only has half a front leg on the other side.
Yeah, so the wheel helps him kind of
Get around.
Yeah, it does make him move
Mobile.
around. But if you had something that wasn't the proper size, then it's obviously going to be more of a hindrance than a help.
Yeah.
Stumpy was pretty popular, and then Hannah, the youth services librarian.
She sent in her Catch Her
Yes.
Friday entry.
Her Catch Her Friday entry one, it was hilarious because they're drawn at random. Hannah was holding 4-foot-long Frankie the alligator.
And he does not look like at all.
His muzzle is secured, and what they explain is the jaws of the alligators and the crocodiles is where the power comes in. So further down on the muzzle, they can't escape from the little
Their power
band.
is when they bite down. So that once their bite is down, they don't actually have the jaw strength to break. He had like a Velcro and tape on it.
Right.
They don't have the jaw strength to open their mouths and break the tape. It's what their strength is when they bite. So they had him. I was actually really surprised at when they brought him out. The kids screamed and were a little scared, but afterwards he put Frankie on the floor, and of course Stumpy as well. Stumpy, he's not very scary. He's a rather large turtle, but I was surprised that all the kids, they surrounded the alligator.
They did. It was a fun event, but again, I came away with several things that I'd never known about animals. They don't all live here in our area.
Yeah.
But just different things that you learn about the reptiles, and there were bugs, and I didn't mind the giant tarantula.
Yeah.
Some people were really kind of skeeved out by that.
But he did a really good job. He had us even jump a few times where he had, fake ones in his pocket and would throw it out. You can find Wild Man Phil on YouTube, and of course his Facebook page. And Jen, Victoria wants to know if you can share Stumpy's page.
I will. It's Stumpy the tortoise.
It's Stumpy the tortoise.
Yeah.
And you can't miss it. He's got a wheel.
Yes.
A big old wheel. You can't miss it.
All right, it's Today in Yuma. Coming up tomorrow, Michelle Merkley will be here with the Yuma Community Food Bank. We're going to be talking Pop Warner a little bit later in the week. A bunch of fun stuff. If you have information to share with us, just go to monstermediayuma.com, click the Today in Yuma tab, and there's a form there. You can send us details about your event. We will see everyone tomorrow. Stay warm, drink lots of water, and sunscreen if you are going to be out
Just
in the
put
direct sun.
sunscreen on. You're going to be out there.
KCYK Yuma and KLJZ Yuma.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, share the feed.
Enter to win that Lotus Day Spa certificate.